Hi there. It's April 23rd and time for Proverbs 23. Let's jump over there and we'll get into it in this Living Bible. I'll be glad to do a different version next month. It puts 1 through 3 together. And let's read it in the New American Standard first. When you sit down to dine with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you and put a knife to your throat if you are a person of great appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for it is deceptive food. Right. In a Living Bible, when dining with a rich man, be on your guard and don't stuff yourself. Though it all tastes so good, for he's trying to bribe you, and no good is going to come of his invitation. Right. Rulers invite people over because they want to watch them. They want to watch what they do. Right? Sometimes a prospective employer will invite you out to a lunch or something, and he's going to watch everything you do. Okay, he's going to watch what you order. He's going to watch how you eat. He's going to especially watch how you treat the waiters or the waitresses. He's going to watch if you put salt on your food before tasting it. It says something about your personality. Right? Interesting stuff you find in Proverbs. Okay. 4 and 5 they put together. I don't know why. Over in the New American Standard it says, do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Stop dwelling on it. When you set your eyes on it, it's gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle and flies toward the heavens. Right. Don't worry yourself trying to get rich. Why waste your time? For riches can disappear as though they had wings of a bird. Right. That's a good one. Don't waste your life trying to get rich. You'll find out that at the end of the life you missed out on all the good stuff. Okay? You see my screen just changed color there? 6 through 8. It's weird that they run all these verses together. Don't associate with evil men. Don't long for their favors and gifts. Their kindness is a trick. They want to use you as their pawn. The delicious food they serve will turn sour in your stomach, and you will vomit it and have to take back your words of appreciation for their kindness. Wow. Do not eat the bread of a selfish person or desires delicacies, for as he thinks within himself, so he is. He says to you, eat and drink, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the morsel you have eaten and waste your compliments. Yeah. Some rich people know he went minions, you know. Verse 9, don't waste your breath on a fool. We know that's wrong, huh? That one word is enough to turn me completely off of the Living Bible. Fool. A fool is not a rebel, and a rebel is not a fool. Okay? 10 and 11, they ran together. Do not move the ancient boundary or go into the fields with the fatherless, for the Redeemer is strong, and he will plead their case against you. Okay? Don't steal the land of defenseless orphans by moving their ancient boundary marks, for their Redeemer is strong. He himself will accuse you. Okay? 12, don't refuse to accept criticism. Get all the help you can. Okay. Interesting, huh? Apply your heart to discipline and your ears to words of knowledge. Well, I guess they could. It's kind of a. Well, it is a paraphrase, so that is a paraphrase of what it actually says. 13 and 14, they ran together. Don't fail to correct your children. Discipline won't hurt them. They won't die if you use a stick on them. Punishment will keep them out of hell. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Do not withhold discipline from your child. Though you strike him with a rod, he won't die. I like that better. He's not going to die. He's not going to die if you spank him, okay? You shall strike him with a rod and rescue his soul from hell. Didn't say it wouldn't hurt him. Over here, it says it won't die. It says you're not going to kill him. 15 and 16. My son, how I will rejoice if you become a man of common sense. Yes, my heart will thrill to your thoughtful, wise words. Okay. We'll just leave that, right? 17 and 18. Don't envy evil men, but continue to fear or reverence the Lord all the time. For surely you have a wonderful future ahead of you. There is hope for you yet. Don't let your heart envy sinners, but live in the fear of the Lord always. Certainly there is a future and a hope, and your hope will not be cut off. Doesn't say hope for you yet. It means that implies that you have no hope now. So, 19 through 21. Wow. Oh, my son, be wise and stay in God's paths. This is the way. Okay. The way is a very popular term in the Old Testament. Don't carouse with drunkards and gluttons, for they are on their way to poverty. And remember that too much sleep clothes a man with rags. Listen to your father's advice, and don't despise an old mother's experience. Get the facts at any price, and hold on tightly to all the good sense you get. The father of a godly man has cause for joy. What pleasure a wise son! What pleasure a wise son is. So give your parents joy. Kind of ran that thing all together, huh? All the way to 25. Interesting. 26 and 28. Wow. Oh, my son, trust my advice. Stay away from prostitutes, for a prostitute is a deep and narrow grave. Like a robber, she waits for her victims, as one after another become unfaithful to their wives. Give me your heart, O son. Let your eyes delight in my ways. They just ran it all together, huh? Weird. 29 and it gives 29 all the way through 35. They just put it all together. Whose heart is filled with anguish and sorrow? Who is always fighting and quarreling? Who is the man with bloodshot eyes and many wounds? Okay. It is the one who spends long hours in the taverns trying out new mixtures. Don't let the sparkle and the smooth taste of strong wine deceive you, for in the end it bites like a poisonous serpent. It stings like an adder. You will see hallucinations and have delirium tremens. I don't even know what that is. And you will say foolish, silly things that would embarrass you no end when sober. You will stagger like a sailor tossed at sea, clinging to a swaying mast. Afterwards you will say, I didn't even know it when they beat me up, but let's go have another drink. Now that's famous. We highlight this every month, but it's why does it do that? Not gonna let me, is it? But it talks about the perils of alcoholism. 29 through the rest of the chapter. And we read this every time. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaining? Who has wounds without cause? Who has red eyes? Those who linger long over wine, those who go to taste mixed wine. Do not look at wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. In the end it bites like a snake, it stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your mind will say perverse things. And you will be like one who lies down in the middle of the sea, or like one who lies down on top of a mast. They struck me, but I did not become ill. They beat me, but I did not know it. When will I wake? I will seek another drink. Right. Talks about alcoholism and the hangovers, You can't remember what you did when you're drunk. So, there you have it. That's Proverbs 23. We can go over our highlights here. We talked about this at length. Dining with a rich man, be on your guard. Or a prospective employer. Yeah? Be on your guard. Don't stuff yourself, though it tastes so good, for he's trying to bribe you. And no good is going to come from his invitation. It ran 4 and 5 together. Good advice. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. Why waste your time? For riches can disappear as though they had wings of a bird. Right? They go away very quickly. And 9, I don't agree with. They keep putting the word rebel in for fool, and they're 2 totally different things. Okay? 12, don't refuse to accept criticism. Get all the help you can. And they got that from apply your heart to discipline, and your ears to words of knowledge. Apply your heart to discipline means do what's right and learn. Listen. And they got that from that. I don't know how. And the famous one. And we're going to read 13 and 14 over here in the New American Standard, because it says it better. Do not withhold discipline from a child. Though you strike him with a rod, he will not die. Okay, you're not going to kill him. You shall strike him with a rod and rescue his soul from hell. Just God's paths and the way and the one that alcoholism. So there you have it. That's Proverbs 23. And we're getting towards the end of another month. That'll be cool. Next month we'll start something totally different version. It's not a paraphrase. So. But until next time, stay tuned later today. We're reading a bunch of Psalms. They're getting the Psalms out of the way and through the Bible in 1 year. So until then, take good, stay humble. See you next time.